Hey y'all, I'm Amy. I just want to introduce myself. I'm new to the HCG community, and this is my second round, but I'm going to give you just a little bit of information about me and where I started and how I got here. I'm 40 years old, turned 40 this year, and I have been overweight most of my life. I've fluctuated anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds my entire adult life. The highest weight I was 204. That was back in 2010, into 2009, 2010, and I have done everything trying to lose weight. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done Atkins, I've done LA Weight Loss, I've done Nutrisystem, normal diet and exercise. I even went as far as to have the lap band, which is what I did when I was 204 pounds. I got a referral, I went and saw a doctor, and decided to have the lap band done. I did that and successfully lost weight with a low-carb diet pre-op, which was Atkins pretty much, really low carb, lots of vegetables, lots of meat. I could eat the fat, didn't really matter, and I lost probably 20 or 30 pounds before I even had the surgery. So I did that. I've had complications with that. I'm actually just now fixing to go see my doctor again to discuss issues that I'm having with it, but that's a whole nother story. The lowest I got after my lap band was 178.8, which is not a significant weight loss, seeing as how I lost a lot of that before I even had the band. So anyway, that brings me back to here. I started my first round of HCG August 4th of 2014, and my weight was 194. So 10 pounds shy, of where I was to begin with before the lap band. I don't consider the lap band a success. It may have kept me from continuing to gain weight, but it didn't help me lose any, that's for sure. So my first round, let me get on to that. I've got notes, so you'll see me looking down so I can refer to my notes. That was the things I did. My first round, like I said, August 4th. I ended that August 29th due to the fact that we were going to be moving, so I wanted to do a short round. I didn't want to have to worry about trying to only eat 500 calories during the move, so I made sure I stopped my injections right before the packers were coming to my house so that I could be on a regular, just low-carb diet during maintenance for P3. And that's what I did. I lost a total of 14.2 pounds my first round, which is an average of 0.6, a little over 0.6 per day, which is normal, I would think, from what I've been listening to. I did have a 1.3 gain during that round due to the fact that I went to a function and they had cookies and banana bread and chips and salsa and things like that, and I did eat. I did not eat nearly as much as I normally would have, but I did eat. So I contribute that to my gain, and therefore that took me longer to lose. It took me 3 days to lose that 1.3 pounds. Like I said, I ended that August 29th. I went into P3 in maintenance before our move. So during my 6 weeks between rounds, we moved. We went on a 5-day cruise, and we also went to Disney World for 4 days during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, which means there's candy everywhere. So I did not go into this P4 or P3 and maintenance planning to lose during this little break. I knew these trips are coming up, and my goal was to maintain, which I did. I maintained I never went over my 2 pounds above my lowest injection weight, never had to do a correction day. I basically, when I was on the cruise, I chose the chicken, I chose the salad, but I also did eat the desserts. I mean, I'm on a cruise, and how often are you going to get that kind of food? So I did indulge in those things, just not as much as I normally would have. And really, I didn't want them, so it was kind of weird, because usually I'm just like, oh my goodness, I want one of this dessert and one of this dessert and one of, I'd get one of each dessert just so I could taste it, and then eventually eat the entire thing of each dessert. So I didn't do that. I actually ended up starting this round, round 2, with a 1.1 pound loss below my lowest injection weight from the first round. So I think I did pretty good for 6 weeks being my first round, being really scared going into P3 and P4, thinking, this isn't going to work, I'm going to blow it, I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to gain, 7 or 8 pounds of this 14 that I've just lost back, but I didn't. So it really showed me that if you stick to protocol and you stick to P3, I was very strict in P3. I did not take any of that, no carbs, none of that. I was really strict as far as Atkins. I did add in butter and yogurt and cheese. I added those things in, the things that are low carb but not allowed on HCG. I did add those back in with maintenance without an issue. I just didn't do any of the crackers or chips or sugar, no desserts, anything like that. So, and I really believe that sticking to P3 for that full 3 weeks is going to help you maintain and stay at that weight loss. You may fluctuate a little bit, but not major. So let me get to this round, and so that I can cut this off. Like I said, it's my first vlog. I've never vlogged before. I have no clue what I'm doing, so hey, bear with me. I'm learning. This round, I started this round on October the 13th. I'm on VLCD day 13, and I have lost a total of 8.5. I did have another function that I went to with church, and you know how the little church ladies are. You gotta try all their food, which I'm the same way. If I make something, I want you to try it. So I did have some stuff that I shouldn't have. It led to a 1.1 pound gain, which took me 2 days to get off. I did start losing again, and now today I stalled. I was exactly the same this morning as I was yesterday, which I really thought I was going to have a big loss because I weighed last night before I went to bed, and the scale was like barely above what I weighed yesterday morning. So I was like, yes, I'm going to have a great release, only to wake up with exactly the same number on the scale. So I was kind of like, oh well. But today's a new day. I'm doing my water, and I'm going to stick to protocol, and I know that my body's going to catch up to where it's supposed to be. So that being said, like I said, today's a new day. If you have one of those things where you do something that you're not supposed to, you have to just shrug it off and keep going, and don't just let that roll downhill and just keep going and keep going and keep going, because that's the way I used to be when I was on any diets. If I messed up one meal, I'd be like, I've already messed up today, so I might as well go ahead and eat something again tonight. And then that night I'd be like, well, I already messed up yesterday, so I might as well eat today too. And it just continually was a cycle of back and forth of losing and gaining, which hopefully HCG is going to help me correct. So overall, I have lost 24.8 pounds, which I'm extremely happy with. I have not only, I could wear a size 12, I was pushing 14, I should have been in a 14. 14 probably would have been perfect. Maybe not real comfortable, but where I should have been. 12s were very tight. I had gotten out of my 12s. I couldn't wear them anymore. Couldn't even squeeze into them. That's one reason why I decided to start back in August. And the other day I went to the store and I took some 10s off the shelf because my 12s were getting a little big, and I'm like, whoa, when my 12s are big straight out of the dryer, something's going on. This is working. So I went to the store and I just grabbed several pairs of 10s off the rack just to see, because I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to grab them and see what happens, because I've never been able to walk into a store and just grab a pair of pants and they fit like that unless I get them the size I know I'm in or bigger. So I did that, and all of them except for one pair fit, and I think I had like 7 pairs of pants that I was trying on. And I was in shock that I could just easily pull them up and zip them up with no issues. So what do? I bought 2 pair, even though I know that they're going to be too big for me, if not the end of this round, by the end of my next round. So I was like, you know what, that's okay. They're 2 pair of pants. I need something to wear to make me feel good right now during this phase. If I don't have something that makes me feel good, if I keep wearing these baggy clothes, it's going to make me feel frumpy and baggy. And I've noticed that I have changed. I do want to dress a little nicer. I want to, you know, wear stuff that flatters my figure more. It's not so blousy. So that's where I'm at. So I want to say thanks to HCGChica and Gina, Journey in Texas, HCG Journey in Texas, I think she is. I have been watching y'all's vlogs. I love watching the interviews from Chica, which is how I found Gina. And I know there's more that I need to start following. And I want to be welcomed in this community. I want you to find me. I want you to ask me questions. I want to be able to ask you questions because I have so many things that I still have not figured out. So let me know. It's nice meeting you guys. Thanks. Bye.